What if I told you that your mind lies to you every single day? Not once in a while, not only in moments of panic, but daily, quietly, invisibly, weaving little stories that feel real, but aren't. Your thoughts race, and you believe them. Your worries pile up, and you trust them. Your fears whisper, and you take them as truth. Think about this. How many times have you prepared for the worst, convinced something terrible was about to happen, only for nothing to unfold? How many times have you replayed a conversation in your head, certain the other person was judging you, only to discover they weren't thinking about you at all? How many times has your mind told you you're not good enough, you'll fail, you can't handle it, when your life proves otherwise, because you've handled more than you ever imagined? Your mind lies, and your body believes. Thousands of years ago, if you mistook a shadow for a predator, you survived. If you jumped at every rustle in the bushes, you stayed alive another day. So your brain learned to exaggerate, to lean negative, to lie if necessary. But your brain still reacts the same way, to bills, to deadlines, to arguments, to silence from a friend, to a boss's short email. Sleep disappears, digestion stalls, and over time, stress turns chronic. The lie becomes a prison. But here's the truth hidden inside this impossible question. Just because your mind says it, doesn't mean it's true. They pass. They shift. And the more you learn to see them as weather, the less you let them control you. Pause with me here, because this realization alone can change your life. What if you discovered that half your stress, half your anxiety, half your self-doubt isn't rooted in reality, but in your mind's stories? What if your biggest enemy isn't the outside world, but the lies your brain tells? Imagine the freedom in that awareness. Before we dive deeper, take a second to subscribe and hit the bell. Here, we ask questions that seem impossible, like whether your own thoughts are trustworthy, and we search for real answers. Now, let's walk into a room together. Two people glance at you and whisper. They think I look bad. They don't like me. But the truth? Maybe they were talking about their weekend. Maybe they were sharing a private joke. Maybe they weren't talking about you at all. And yet your body pays the price for the lie as if it were fact, reality. They're busy, they haven't seen it. You make a mistake at work. The lie, I'll be fired. I'm not competent. Reality. Everyone makes mistakes. It's fixable. You feel your heart skip a beat. The lie, something's wrong. I'm dying. Reality. Hearts skip beats sometimes. It's normal. The lies are endless. And here's the problem. They trigger the same physical reaction as real danger. The mind lies, and the body believes. Your shoulders tighten, your gut twists, your chest constricts. Stress hormones flood your system. The brain creates fiction, but the body lives nonfiction. So how do you fight back? First, awareness. Naming the lie is powerful. When you notice a thought, say, that's a story. For example, your mind says, I can't handle this. Instead of drowning in it, label it. That's a story, not a fact. That space between thought and truth gives you power. Second, grounding. When the mind spins lies, anchor yourself in the present. Look around and name 5 things you see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, 1 you can taste. This simple exercise pulls you out of the swirl of imagination and roots you in reality. Lies can't survive when you're fully present. Third, the breath. Stress lies live in shallow breathing. Fast, tight, panicked. Slow breathing interrupts the cycle. Inhale for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 6. Do it 5 times. Your body calms. Your nervous system switches from fight or flight to rest and digest. And with calm in the body, lies in the mind lose volume. Fourth, writing. Journaling is a mirror that reveals the mind's tricks. Write down the thought. Then write evidence for and against it. On paper, lies look flimsy. Most collapse quickly under the weight of reality. I always fail. Evidence. Actually, I graduated, I got this job, I raised a family, I survived loss. The lie fades when truth is written. And then there's tea. Ancient, humble, powerful. Chamomile relaxes muscles and nerves. Lemon balm brightens the mind and eases restlessness. Lavender lowers heart rate and tension. Passionflower boosts GABA in the brain, telling your nervous system it's safe. Drinking tea isn't just habit, it's ritual. It slows you down, quiets the storm, signals to your body, we are okay. But lies aren't always obvious. Some wear masks of truth. You're not good enough. Everyone is judging you. You'll never be okay. These feel convincing because they echo old wounds, old patterns. But stop and look at your life. You've survived every bad day. You've handled more than you thought possible. If the mind's worst predictions were true, you wouldn't be here. That alone proves the lies wrong. Here's where science gives hope. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself, means you can train your mind differently. Every time you catch a lie, every time you challenge it, you're building new pathways. You're teaching your brain to favor truth, calm, resilience. Over weeks and months, the mind lies less often, and when it does, you recognize it quicker. Let's bring it back to a common moment. You lie in bed at 2 a.m. Your mind screams, "You'll never sleep. Tomorrow will be ruined. You can't handle it." Normally, you'd toss and turn trapped, but tonight, you remember. That's a lie. You place your hand on your chest, breathe slow, sip chamomile tea, and repeat. It's just a thought. I'm safe. And sleep comes. That's power. That's freedom. What if you discovered your mind lies to you? You'd stop letting every thought control you. You'd stop believing the worst-case scenario. You'd begin living with more peace, more confidence, more freedom. Now pause with me again. Imagine your life without believing the lies. Less stress, less fear. More energy, more sleep, more joy. How would that feel? How much lighter would your days become? How much longer, healthier, fuller would your life be? Before we finish, take a moment to subscribe and hit the bell. This channel is about impossible health questions that shape our lives, like whether our thoughts are trustworthy. And it is about uncovering real answers. Don't miss the next one, because this journey of the mind has only begun. And if you're ready to go deeper right now, check out our exclusive ebook linked below. Inside, you'll find a complete roadmap of teas that help calm the lying mind. Chamomile, lemon balm, lavender, passionflower, woven into rituals that anchor your day. You'll also find strategies for breathing, grounding, journaling, and even a supplement tip to amplify the calm. If your mind has been lying to you, this ebook is your guide back to truth. Because the mind may lie, but peace doesn't. Every time you breathe, every time you pause, every time you sip, you prove that you are stronger than your thoughts.